The Prime Minister's visit to the four countries were described by Marape himself as very fruitful. His visit to the United Kingdom to pay respect to the late Queen Elizabeth II and having an audience with King Charles III turns out well as the King accepted the invitation to visit PNG to commemorate the country's 50th anniversary and to work closely with the government in terms of forest conservation.
The visit also in UK enabled me to make connection with business houses who have interest in finding business opportunities in our country, as well as having engagement with one or two businesses who are already in business here in our country.
He then visited Australia and he highlighted that the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese will visit PNG on the second week of December. And prior to that, a PNG-Australia Ministerial Forum will be held in November in Canberra, of which arrangements of concrete exchange will be made.
Engagements at the bilateral level with the Australian Prime Minister. Of course, you would know the current Labor government is also in support of the work that was started 3 years ago as we start to bring Papua New Guinea and Australia much closer. We want to go beyond the closeness we have had thus far in as far as status quo relations are concerned.
Prime Minister's visit to Japan also paves the way for trade and investment between the two countries. Marape announced to the media that Japan has shown great interest to purchase PNG LNG products to cater for its rising energy needs.
And he asked for our LNG producers in our country to be supplied to Japan, as well as his continued willingness for Japan to buy more of our producers, especially our agricultural produce. That emerged very strongly in our bilateral meeting.
Marape described his visit to the U.S. to meet the president as the highest president meeting. He says the U.S. has opened up other facilities for PNG to have access to and to assist in ramping up the production process.
Grant, as well as aid combinations, as well as soft lending combinations for us if our nations would need help. And Papua New Guinea came out very strong. I did inform him that and United States leadership, including Secretary Blinken, that we will not only be talking about aids and grants, but we're looking at U.S. companies coming in here, staying here, partnering us as we work to ramp up our own production of our local producers.
Prime Minister Marape announced that ministers will get to work to ensure the dialogue he had with those international leaders come into fruition. Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.